Hello, coaches, and welcome to this edition of Give and Go Live. My name is David Newbury, and I'm joined, as always, by my colleague Ian Barker. Hello, Ian.
Hello, coaches, and hello, David.
Ian, we're going to be looking at the third in a series of 3 activities by master clinician Dick Bate, looking at the topic of functional midfield passing. Let's go straight to the video, and then we'll come back and discuss it.
You the 5 in the middle here. Right, 2 in this square with a ball. Just sit down so we don't confuse your top. Good luck, you're doing a great job. You get promotion, good boy. 1 there, look. 1 there, 1 there. Out. Off. Now, quick. Out the way, good. Out. In the square. Just come in there for me. Good luck. Right. What you're going to do now is pass the ball to anybody you like and change squares. Off you go. Keep it going. Pass to anybody you like, change squares. Just go get me 2 more of those flat discs. Good luck. Good. Keep it going. Pass it, change your square. Nothing could be simpler. Go on. Pass it, change your square. Now another 5 boys, just put on a pink shirt or a yellow shirt, whatever. Go and pass it and get out of your square. That's it. Right. Stop there. Pass it quickly. Pass it accurately. Pass it simply. Bang, 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 bang. Bit of pace on your passing. Now, no square must be left without somebody in it. Just go in there for me. So if he's caught in there as we're playing, that square must be filled by somebody else. So you're keeping your eyes on various areas of the pitch. You must occupy all 4 squares. And if it's open, go there. And when you go there, hey, Billy, get in here. Billy, come here. Get in there. Go on. Yeah, as you move. Go on in, get it going. Play. Get a ball, Pinks. Fill all the squares. Why is that one not full? This one's empty. Who should be in? Good, keep it going. That one's empty. Good, fill them all. Go on. Fill it, good, keep it going. Fill all the squares. Is there a square open or not? Keep your eyes on where you're playing. Good, keep it moving, quickly, sharper. Play 1 touch if you want, accurately. And play. Fill all those squares. Good, fill all your squares. Good. Fill them all, good. Get out of your square when you've played it. Who's filling this one? Keep your eyes on the spaces you're supposed to be playing in. Good. Now go on, can you play 1 touch? Could you do it 1 touch, I wonder? And still fill all the bases? No. What a poor group this is. And that's a poor group. What about that one there, look? Who's in? Okay. Go on. Vacant square, keep it going. All right, stay where you are. In you go. 2 in this square to start with. 1, 1, 1. You stay where you are, you keep it going. So you've got 2 teams in now. And all you're saying to them is, could you play quickly? 1 and 2 touch, bang, 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 bang. Can you make certain when you're playing that everywhere is full, balanced up as you play? When you have possession, are people in important positions? You understand the game? Do you understand what we're doing? Do you understand what we're trying to do? Good lad, okay, yes. Go on in, no, it starts off with him. Always start where there are 2 of them. Good, play. Go on, both teams play together. Off you go, play. Good, keep it going. Fill all the bases, yes. Have we got 2 more boys? 2 more? Yeah, put yellows on, 2 yellow bibs. Keep it going then, go on, zip your passes about, 1 touch. And fill all those squares, don't just watch the ball, fill the areas. Any team without it, when I whistle, oh dear. Good, keep it going, fill the squares. Graze, you're 1 short here. Good. Have you got them all covered? Right, go on in, yeah. Right, now then. You need to smarten up your passing. It's poor. It's casual. It's careless. It's lazy. Without any purpose. Now go on, move that ball. Bang, 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 bang. Play it, get out of the square. Somebody replace you. Play it, get out of the square, somebody replace you. Smarten it up, come on, let's go. All of you, play. Check the bases, check they're all full. Good. Are they all full, Grace? Good. Pinks, is it all full? 1 yellow, in you go. If he pinches this ball off either of those two teams, there will be severe punishment. You'll be running all week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Believe me, because I know your coach and he's English. All right, go on and play. Now get the ball. Go on, make him work at it. Good, get out your square. Move out of your square when you've played. Somebody has to replace you. Yellow defender ready to come in. In you come. Come on, now there's 2 defenders now. Now go on, smarten it up a bit. Go on, 5 against 2 of you. Good. Still keep the bases covered. Pinks, you're short here. Are all the bases covered, Pinks? Good. Keep it going. Good. Well done. Right. Hold it there. Now, I've said to them before, and we've got 3 or 4 minutes left. I've said to them before about what passing will probably require in the future. Being able to pass the ball now, instantly, with any part of any foot, with accuracy, with the right amount of speed, spin applied to the ball. That's where it's going to go, believe me. One other facet I've not mentioned this morning. I see more and more of it now. Players that keep a secret when they're going to pass it. They don't look, play, and everybody knows. They can look there and they can play here. They can look there, but they know what's there. And all they do is just cut the ball across their body. They keep a secret as to where they're going to pass it. Let's see if this lot can do it. Now, when you pass the ball, yes, there are times when you'll pass it, obviously. Pink feet. Look at him, play at him. Look at him, play. Look at him and play. Now show me that you're clever enough to look there and play there. Give no clues. Keep your passes a secret. Go on, play. And quickly, though, at the pace that you have to play in a game. Hide your passes. Hide your passes. Good, keep it going. Good, zip it quick, zip it quick. Don't let me know where your pass is going to go. Kid me. Disguise your pass. Keep it a secret. Go on. Oh, I can't believe that ball's out of the square. Go on, keep going. Can you now work with your players on accepting pressure and destroying pressure? Just give me the ball. So if I take the ball in here, come and close me down, work with your players, of course, I'm moving it early and quickly, so the pressure doesn't get to you. Move it away from the pressure. Can you produce players that will invite pressure and destroy pressure? So go on, in you come. Can you produce players who are prepared to play with people that close to them? They'll leave it late, they'll leave it quick. Go on, get it, boom. And you just nick it away from people and break past him. Take it, pull him in, play past, go past. Take it, pull him in, play past, go past. Even if you hold the ball just on the inside of his strongest foot. Get it. There. Don't do that again. Good lad. Even if, go on again. There, look. There, go past him. That's what Tosh has made all his life on, producing clever players. I once saw Argentina. Luque, he was a striker. He's opened the ball there, look. Open your right foot. And he's gone, bump, through. The other side. Great game here. 5 against 2. 10 against 2. Move it early, move it quickly, pass and move, keep the bases covered, take it, invite him in, do him alone, bang bang, by going past him by yourself, or going through him by yourself, or playing with other people. Last 2 minutes, go on, play. Accept the pressure, destroy the pressure. Can you do it? Keep the bases covered though, keep the bases covered, because if you're a midfield player, you need that balance in midfield. From time to time. Good. Keep it going. Hide your passes. Hide your passes. Move your passes quickly. Invite the pressure. Destroy the pressure when it comes in. We've got another defender. One more yellow. Quickly. Ready? One more yellow. Good lad. Keep it going. Okay, go on then. Good boy.
So, Ian, this is the third activity in the series of 3. In the first 2 activities, we saw the players passing around the outside of the area, exchanging passes, opening the body, connecting. And then we went into the second activity where we were passing inside, setting up a combination, and then passing around the outside. The difference in this activity, of course, is now we're playing internally. We have 5 players to begin with. Those players are playing together, and the main objectives are to pass and move immediately. Once the player has passed the ball, they must then move, as shown here by player number 1, and they have to maintain a player in each of the 4 grids. Ian, some of the methodologies we might see in this activity.
So the first thing that occurs to me is that the belief that people have that and state that every training session must immediately have opponents and direction and be game realistic, I think is challenged here by Dick's session. And I tend to agree with Dick that you can absolutely do this type of training session and get a ton of utility out of it for sure. So we don't immediately need the challenge of defenders, and we don't immediately need goals to attack, because we're working on technique, and then we're working on small group tactics of communication and movement in relation to each other. One thing I think that I would suggest here, in addition to the different types of communication that he talks about, would be obviously the verbal communication, where to move, you're going to receive the pass, you're going to play the pass. But you could also do some things with the control of the ball. So, for example, as the ball is played here to number 5, if he plays the ball to space, he is communicating that he wants somebody to move to that space. Potentially, the number 5 could just stop the ball and then check out and encourage, by doing so, a player to check in. So the communication can certainly be verbal and the traditional non-verbal, the type of movement, but the type of pass we play can also communicate where we want people to move to. I like the 2-second rule, because this is consistent with some of the things that Dick has done in previous give and goes that we've shown, which is that, can you get it in? Can you take control of it and then shift it and move it on again very, very quickly? So that, I think, is important. Again, the feet and leading pass concept. And I would even add there the stunning the ball, the stopping the ball, which I think can incite movement as well. And then, we've had the previous activities and the previous give and goes, and these certainly build off of them, because now the movement of the players is much less conditioned by cones. It's simply having to cover the entire space. So we've got into a freer form of the game.
So now, as we look at the second sequence, still an unopposed environment, but certainly has become a lot more sophisticated and challenging for the players, as we've now layered in 2 teams. So we have a red team and we have a blue team. Similar objectives. The red team are looking to pass and move. Once they've passed, they must move to another part of the quadrant. And then the players must also maintain the presence in every single one of those 4 squares. Same with the blue team. And of course, each team is looking not to interfere with the other group, Ian.
Yeah, so one of the things, if I was looking to make this a little bit more challenging from a coaching perspective, to challenge myself as the coach, I'm probably going to be pretty focused on player number 1 passing the ball to number 2. I'm going to be watching that action. But how about I also look at this number 5 player, probably the least likely to get the ball, and are they aware of where people are moving to and from? So if the number 1 has passed the ball and now comes here, and the number 3 comes from here to maybe here, is there a different space? So as a coach, I'm looking not just at the immediate, what we might call the local, I'm also looking at the global, the movement and the readiness of the players off the ball to get in. And this would certainly lead into that concept of team effort. I really like the interaction of the 2 teams through each other, because now the teams have to work harder to find their space, even though they don't have opponents. And of course, if you wanted to challenge them, you could say blue plays to red, red plays to blue, and you could really up the challenge. It's just not a place that Dick went to, but you could absolutely do that. And then again, this notion of scanning. So players off the ball, awareness of space, awareness of teammates, awareness of the ball would all be focuses as you develop this through the training session.
And Ian, as we noticed on the video, Dick got a little frustrated with the players in terms of their efforts. So an activity that does not include an imposed environment and an opposed environment, here we have a level of complexity that you can use certainly with older players, even with adult professional players.
Yeah, I think so. And I think you could say put a stopwatch on it and the first team to complete X number of passes successfully, right? You might suggest that you've got to get to all 4 grids. So you can make it competitive without actually having to have somebody trying to dispossess you or kick you. I think his biggest challenge with the players was that initially, when he wasn't upping the challenge to them, their habits were sloppy. But as he demanded higher habits and then he put in more challenges like get it in and out and under 2 seconds, you could see their level did rise. And then, of course, they were equally challenged when the defenders came in, and then they settled and they worked it out. Not all of our training sessions look perfect or work right away. You've got to give them a chance, the players a chance to experience the environment.
And now let's shift to our third and final sequence, the addition of 2 defenders. So now we do have some level of opposed, 2 players in yellow vests, now randomly defending against the blues and the reds. The reason for the yellow highlighted square is to indicate where the red players and the blue players have failed to meet one of the objectives, that of occupying each of the 4 quadrants. Ian.
Yes. So, David, again, just for the audience, you've identified that this is a failure of both teams because that grid is not currently being used. Just for pure methods, and who would I be to criticize Dick Bate? But because he is pretty much a mentor and a legend to me. But I might think about the 2 defenders and have them hold on to the vest, and if they win it, then they switch with the player, or make sure we give them some sort of counter-attack option, like get it back to the coach. I don't really like it that the defenders simply win the ball and then have to give it back. I don't care for that. So I would make a transition opportunity for the 2 defenders for sure. But I think the highlight of this, and it took me a little while to understand it, so I'm really glad we do the video first, is this notion of developing players that invite and destroy pressure. So the idea is a player who can draw opponents in, and as they come to steal the ball and has relocated the defenders and taken responsibility to bring the defender to them, they can disperse the ball to players who are on our team who are more open. So this is your midfielders. These are your special players that really want the ball and they like being in the confused environment. But I love that language of invite and destroy pressure. And then Dick is all about, he's very clear with language and he likes to have little mnemonics and acronyms and things like that. But I think this is something in your own language or using Dick's language. Take it is receiving, pull him in is to hold possession long enough to acquire pressure or bring pressure in, and then relocate the ball and then relocate yourself. So it's fundamental stuff, but a master doing it with some good players in a controlled environment, and you can actually start to see technical improvement, tactical improvement, communication, and you can also, especially if you're in the tryout realm or you're learning your players, you can identify who are your players that really embrace this invitation to bring them in and destroy pressure. They're your special players, and they're the ones that you're probably going to build your midfield around.
And Ian, lastly, in the interest of increasing the awareness of coaches, we do have a number of resources available online, courses, and in this case, manuals. Would you just like to speak briefly about the value of some of the content in these manuals?
Yeah, so I'm in full disclosure, I'm a contributor to all of these manuals in some capacity. Although I receive no financial remuneration for people looking at them. But these are great resources. These are things you can keep on your shelf, keep on your desktop or your iPad. And it's soccer content, it's activities, it's how to use them, why to use them. It's not always 101 great drills. It's activities that you're probably familiar with, but we try to bring them to life with the type of detail and content that you see from a practitioner like Dick Bate, and that hopefully David and I do an okay job of explaining. So I recommend these as genuine how-to books as opposed to 101 great drills, because that's not what they're designed to be.
Well, thank you, Ian, and thank you, coaches, for joining us on this edition of Give and Go Live.